Do you think our country doesn't provide women with enough rights and freedom of speech? Over in Saudi Arabia, women are stripped of their rights every day. Right to drive, show their skin, vote, go to school, divorce, or even speak without permission. Over there, gender inequality is a big part of the Arab culture. Once I started researching, I didn't realize how much communication, dress, and gender roles are influenced into their everyday lives. Today I'm going to provide you with a brief description on gender role differences, communication styles, and the cultural structure of outside visitors. Now the most important topic is the role women play versus men. There are over 9 million women in Saudi Arabia, of which are all being overpowered by men. The role of the male in the household is to perform duties outside of the home, like protecting and providing for his family. The male also has custody of the children and can have up to 4 wives. The basic role of women is to maintain the structure of the family, such as managing the house and taking care of the children. Women in Saudi Arabia are treated as minors. Girls and women of all ages are forbidden from traveling, studying, or working without permission from their male guardians. Saudi Arabia is the only country in the world to prohibit women from driving. Now that you understand the gender roles, it is important to understand how communication plays into that. And these facts are cited from 2 different sources. The first source is a 2004 report by Jody Goral, Doing Business in Saudi Arabia. This is found at communicad.com. The second one is a report of Saudi Arabia World Report of 2012. The official language of Saudi Arabia is Arabic, but English is also widely spoken there. The most significant communication style is speaking indirectly with nonverbal communication. This is split into 3 different types of nonverbal spoken there. The first type is paralanguage, which is the rate, pitch, tone, or volume of voice. Tone is of particular interest in how they speak to each other. Another part of paralanguage is silence. That is valued for contemplation and can also communicate their feelings or ideas to one another. The second one is haptics, which is sense of touch. This can be used in their hands. Left hand is considered unclean and only used for personal hygiene. The right hand is used for shaking hands, eating or drinking, and passing objects to another person. Third type is dress. Saudi Arabians dress conservatively. The men usually wear a gutua, which is a head garment, and a thobe, which is a white long shirt that goes down to their ankles. Women dress very modestly, and that is because of the tradition, desert climate, and religion. It is required to nearly cover their entire body in clothing. They usually wear an abaya veil out in public. Saudi Arabia is a very high contact collectivist culture. Eye contact is very important, along with facial and verbal expression. Verbal expressions, for example, is calling the elders by the title of their name, like Dr., Mr., or Mrs. Also, a handshake or a kiss on the cheek is usually accompanied with treats. Because communication is so indirect in their culture, how people from other countries communicate is vitally important in Saudi Arabia. These facts are cited from the source at quintessential.com, Saudi Arabia's language, culture, customs, and etiquette. To impress the Arabs, make sure you dress and present yourself well, or you will be frowned upon in their country. If you are there for business, you will need a Saudi sponsor to enter the country. Saudis typically socialize in a restaurant or a hotel with visitors that they don't know. You are only invited to a Saudi's house after they get to know you. Don't be alarmed if when conversing with a Saudi Arabian, if they are standing too close. This is how they communicate. If you do get invited to a Saudi's house, There are key points that you need to know. First is to make sure to dress conservatively with how they dress. Arrive on time. When you get there, remove your shoes. Make sure to greet elders first to show respect. And if they offer Arabian coffee, accept it even if you don't normally drink it. You can bring a small gift for a thank you, but not a big one. Do not bring alcohol unless you are certain that they drink it. Know that there will be a lot of small talk before meals and little to none talk during meals. It is served on the floor, so be certain to sit cross-legged. Only eat with your right hand and make sure to try a little bit of everything. Now to connect the dots of why the three topics just described are so important. After describing the gender role differences, communication styles, and cultural structure of outside visitors, you have learned that the gender inequality is widely affected by their culture. Since a lot of people don't know about other cultures, it is easy to judge how they are dressed or communicate with one another. Now that you know about Saudi Arabia's culture, I think you have a better understanding of the gender inequalities women are faced with every day there, and the importance of that to their culture.